let's unpick your relationship. So we're going to do a past, present, future, fully loaded, you and them reading. If you want one of these, they're 50 quid. Priority same day guarantee. Just drop down to the video description. You can find the link in there. Right, so this is obviously for a relationship. So we're going to I'm going to do past, present, future, because I want to kind of unpick how this relationship was formed, what basis it's formed on, what's the state of play now, and where it's going in the next 6 months. If you're choosing one of these, please state if you want past, present, future, because otherwise you're going to get present 6 months, 12 months. Standard, yeah. I'm limited on how many options I can have on beacons. Unfortunately, there's always something in there. There's never the perfect link in bio. Right, so we're going to start with you first off. So this is how the connection started, what your energy was, and then what their energy was. Okay, so let's get started. As always, this is collective. Take what resonates. Right, so 5 of Wands in the reverse, 2 of Cups in the reverse, 3 of Wands. Right, so Wands, fire action. This is the fight or fallout card. Can talk about frustration. Okay, it's in the reverse position. Okay, I think that you were in this. This energy of kind of giving up the fight on love. Okay, because we then got the 2 of Cups in the reverse. Cups, water, emotions. Upright position, this is my favourite card. I'm a Taurus Emerald Baby in the Side of Love. This is Divine Counterparts card, they're getting married. So it's in the reverse position. So this is why it kind of feels like you were kind of going, do you know what, I'm kind of done. I'm just going to go out there. If somebody comes in, they come in. If not, that's also perfectly fine. The other way that I can go with this is that you gave up on the fight with somebody who was previously a 2 of Cups, right? 3 of Wands, Wands fire action. So this is about going in a new direction. So you're the chap there, turned your back on the past, about to take your first steps out into the great unknown. So starting to go in a new direction for yourself. Page of Swords in the reverse. High Priestess in the reverse. Right, so swords are where we think, words we use. Court cards can be an energy within ourselves, can be the energy of somebody else around us. Pages are more youthful energy. Don't have the knowledge or experience of the kings and the queens. Don't have the full motion of the knights. More about giving something a go. Pages in my readings are virtually always adults unless the client says otherwise. So the Page of Swords, if this was you in the upright position, is about blue sky thinking outside the box, being more creative and playful. Reverse position, sticking to the tried, tested and true. If it's this other person, your person, then they're a bit of a Peter Pan type character. Pie in the sky ideas, doesn't want to grow up. Reverse position, not coming forward. I think it's more to do with you. I think it's more to do with you kind of sticking to the tried, tested and true. And then the High Priestess in the reverse. So the High Priestess is one of the divine feminines. She's divine feminine on a more spiritual based level. Okay, she's duality, what I preach. She's connection with spirit and she's intuition. I feel like it's about not following your intuition, to be honest with you. Right. Overall outcome card. 5 of Cups. Cups, water, emotions. So you're the figure in black. You're in black because you're mourning or grieving the 3 cups that have fallen over. Not seeing the 2 full ones behind them. So kind of stuck in grieving mode. Okay. I'm not sure if your person would have come in by this point, to be honest with you. Let's continue. Right. Obstacles or blockages. Page of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. So Queen's feminine energy, King's masculine energy. Remember, it's energy, not gender. Queen of Pentacles in the upright position is kind, caring, loving, devoted. She's cradling the pentacle like a baby. That can be a good thing, can be a bad thing, because it can indicate nurturing what other people want, being a bit of a people pleaser. When it's in the reverse position, it can talk about pulling this energy back or kind of hiding away, I feel. Kind of almost like, not getting out there and living and experiencing things. Removing any blockages. Tower card. Tower card, fixed card, the awakening card. So let's go through it in the upright. So we've got the tower there, struck by lightning. It's on fire. There's people jumping out. It's cracking. It's crumbling. This tower, I want to say, is your love life, because I'm not sure this person had come in by this point. built on rocky foundations, needed to come down. Now, tower cards are always, always, always for our long-term good, whether we like what happens or not. 1 time out of 10 they're positive, 9 times out of 10 they're tough and destructive. The idea of a tower card is the universe goes, right, you're in this timeline here, we need you over here. There's something you're not done, said, changed, shifted, whack, bitch slap, get over there, splat. The idea after a tower card is you pick yourself up, you dust yourself off, and you press forwards regardless of what's happened. Most people do that. On occasion, though, people bury their head in the sand or they nosedive. Now, the problem is if we do that, one of two things is going to happen. If the tower's been played because you have some greater purpose, some greater role, or a divine counterpart waiting, and you don't take advantage, they just keep coming. If the tower's been played to give you a bit of a helping hand and you waste it, it goes, right, you stay in your darkened room over there, we're locking the door, switching the lights out, you're going to have to find your own way out. Tough titty. Now, I'm not sure where the tower falls in that. Okay, I think it's more falling in that 2 of cups. Because I think that you were previously in a connection. Because I think, like I say, I think this goes prior. You were previously in a connection and it got tower carded, right? You went, right, I'm going that way. Okay, I'm going in this new direction. With the Page of Swords in the reverse position there, yeah, I'm not sure about that because I kind of want to say maybe you kind of went into this energy of I'm not going to accept anybody who's not in their power, but I can't understand why that would then be the High Priestess unless you went a bit kind of dark divine villain era, but ultimately you were kind of giving up on love, feeling like there wasn't going to be anybody moving forward. So let's go on to your person and see what was going off for them at the time. Because, like I say, because I don't think the 2 of Cups is you and your person, unless I'm dealing with a collective whereby they split up with somebody and they're in a bit of a waiting energy. Okay. Right. So let's go. Right. 3 of Wands in the reverse. 2 of Swords. 8 of Swords in the reverse. Right, so 3 of Wands in the reverse for them. So there was some hesitation to start moving forwards, either with you or in life in general, okay? 2 of Swords. Swords there where we think words were used. So they're the lady there, blindfolded, left path, right path, stick or twist. Problem is she got blindfold on, not seeing the situation as it really is, kind of burying the head in the sand. I want to kind of say kind of like stuck in life, if I'm honest with you. Not seeing the situation as it really is. 8 of Swords in the reverse. So the lady there, bound and blindfolded. Probably too hard to see, but she's got her arms behind her back. The behind her back, she's holding onto rope. She's holding onto rope. She doesn't want to take the blindfold off. Self-imposed restriction. So something happened for them to kind of go, I've got to take this restriction off. I've got to see the situation as it really is. Let's continue. King of Pentacles in the reverse. 4 of Swords in the reverse. Right, so King's masculine energy. I don't think this is you, to be honest with you. So the King of Pentacles in the upright position is grounded, solid, stable, provider. The way I describe this guy is he likes to know where he's going, how he's getting there, who's going to be there, what's cracking off, bit of money in the bank, and then he's going to pay for your drinks all night. Reverse position tends to be greedy, selfish, miserly, just thinks about themselves, runs off to their man cave every time something goes wrong. 4 of Swords in the reverse. Okay, so standard way we can go with this. Periods of rest. It's when our mind and our body get run down. Are we listening to it? That can be simple things, long hot baths, walks out to the countryside, etc., etc. Reverse position, it's avoiding the issue at hand, pretending everything's fine when it's not. The other way I can go is being too mentally horizontal. Reverse position, taking that mental action to make a change. Which is it? 7 of Cups in the reverse. I think avoiding the issue. Cups, water, emotion. So they're the figure there. Big cloud out of the cloud. 7 cups. Out of every cup there's something different. It talks about abundance of opportunities on an emotional level. Can talk about manifestations and wish fulfillments. It's in the reverse position, blocking that by avoiding the issue at hand. Obstacles or blockages. This is advice for you. I'm not reading for them. 10 of Pentacles in the reverse. 10's completion cards. So, I'm going to go for my more left field version of this card. It's going to be too hard to see, but you got dogs there, kid over there, adults there, old man there. They're behind the castle walls. So because they're behind the castle walls, they're in a sense of security. Reverse position. I think that there's some insecurities within you that's causing some issues. Okay, removing any blockages. 8 of Cups, Cups, water, emotions. Okay, disconnecting from something on an emotional level that no longer serves as person there, walking away, leaving the 8 Cups behind. I think that you might be still have some kind of, I don't want to say that you're emotionally connected to somebody from the past, but I feel like there's something from the past that's keeping you a little bit stuck, and it's keeping you up in the 5 of Cups energy. Or it was, okay, because I think that this is, obviously it's past spread, so it has already happened, but I think this is kind of prior to you meeting your person. I think it's just kind of setting the scenes, because obviously when we do a past spread, it's about, well, what do we need to be aware of? And I think that this collective didn't really deal with that 5 of Cups energy, okay? Whether or not you have done by now, I don't know, doubt it, but, we'll have to wait and see. You're being advised it's time to leave that in the past. Okay, whatever that connection was that went to Tower card. Okay, right. So with them, I think that they were in a relationship with the King of Pentacles in the reverse. I think it's one of these unusual ones where you might be the masculine energy. Okay, because I think they were in a relationship with the King of Pentacles in the reverse. They kind of saw it, but they kind of went along with it. They went, oh, no, let's pretend it's not happening. Okay, which was blocking their 7 of Cups. So let's go on to the present spread. As I always say, some of this would have recently happened. Some will be in play now. Some might be coming about a week or so. Present's always going into the past. Together. Right, back to you. What do we need to know? Right, Fool in the reverse. 8 of Cups in the reverse. Chariot card. Right, so the Fool in the reverse. So the Fool's the very first card in the tarot deck. The Fool isn't a fool. The Fool is called a fool because he gets his bag, little bumpy dog goes off wandering. Leap of Faith card, starting a brand new cycle. It's in the reverse position. So there's a hesitation to take a leap of faith either on this connection, which is most likely, or going in a new direction. Okay. 4 of Cups in the reverse. Cups, water, emotions. So you're the figure under the tree staring at the 3 Cups. Stuck, bored, jaded, fed up, cloud, hand, cup, no opportunities. Upright position, stuck there, can't see the wood for the trees. When's it going to change? When's it going to change? It's going to change when you realise there's opportunity there. It's in the reverse position, okay? So it kind of feels a little bit like this collective's hesitant to take a leap of faith on this person and kind of like fully commit. So instead, you're kind of going, oh, maybe I shouldn't be with this person. Maybe there's better opportunities out there, whatever the situation is. In which case, I don't think that would be the right choice, right? So the Chariot card for me talks about either the energy around us or questions of should I do it, is the time right? Now, if it's energetic, I describe the Chariot as a bit of a juggernaut. So it can take a bit of time to get the wheels in motion, but once it picks up speed, it's going to plough through everything like a freight train, okay? I think it's more questions of should I do it, is the time right? And I think it's to do with the Fool card there. I think you're being told, just go for it, get on with it, stop mucking about. Let's continue. Hanged Man. 2 of Pentacles. So, not listening to the advice of the Chariot. So, the Hanged Man for me is a leap of faith card. Yes, as we've already seen, the Fool is as well, but the Fool has other meanings. The Hanged Man is always a leap of faith card for me because we're stuck with a decision. Left path, right path, stick, twist. The problem is you're looking for guarantees. Life don't work like that. You're supposed to be having taking a gamble. Upright position, stuck there, having a shift in perspective. Okay, so we then got the 2 of Pentacles. So we can go one of 3 ways with this card. I'm scrapping way 1, which talks about things being chaotic. Way 2 is I'm not sure what to do. I've got decisions. Okay, way 3 is infinity loop, karmic cycle. Okay, I think at the moment, at least, if there's any kind of karmic element, you're stuck in a karmic cycle with yourself. Okay, overall outcome card. Knight of Swords. Swords are where we think words we use. Knights forward motion. Don't have the knowledge or experience of the kings and the queens more so than the pages. Now, this knight talks about either expressing ourselves or news coming in fast. At the moment, I'm going to say some news that's going to come in, okay? Obstacles or blockages. Death card in the reverse. Death card, fixed card, rebirth. It's about shedding old skin. Now, in the upright position, the universe steps in and does something for you. Reverse position, you're being asked to do a self-imposed death card, okay? The problem is in the reverse, it can be resistance. Now that may have changed the dynamic of the reading ever so slightly, because it might be that you're being asked to take a leap of faith in a new direction. Okay, but you're holding on and waiting around. It could be, so you've been advised to death card it. It could be that it's an internal death card because you're still holding on to something from the past. Removing any blockages. Queen of Swords. Swords there where we think words we use. Queen's feminine energy. So I'm going to say this is yourself. What you're being asked to do is step into that Queen of Swords energy. Take control on a mental level. Use your pattern recognition. Use your logical and reasoning skills. Okay. So let's go on to them. And hopefully we might be able to kind of unpick which way this is going. Right. Temperance. Hermit in the reverse. Page of Pentacles. Right, so Temperance card. So the Temperance card for me is the alignment card. It's when our mind, body, soul's all in alignment. We know who we are, what we want, where we're going. You'll also notice the angels pouring into their own cup. It talks about periods of self-love, self-care, self-healing. So this person's starting to focus on themselves, focusing on healing themselves, etc. Hermit in the reverse. So the Hermit card in the upright position is normally a positive card. It talks about periods of withdrawal and reflection. What's gone right, what's gone wrong, what direction we're going in next. You'll also notice the Hermit shining a lamp. So it talks about what I call going into the darker side, shining a light on the demons, the trauma, the situation at hand, coming out the other side stronger. It's in the reverse position. So I feel like there's an avoidance for this person to shine a light on the situation. Page of Pentacles. Page is more youthful energy. This page is about an offer. He's offering the pentacle, okay? Page's offers are tiny, really, really small. Think about it this way. If we give all the court cards £1,000, the king and the queen are going to invest it in stock, shares and bonds. They've got the knowledge. Knights are flighty. They're going down the casino. They're putting it all on red or black. The page has got a grand. They're going to the bingo, okay? I don't think it could be them giving themselves a little opportunity, I suppose. Hold fire. Wheel of Fortune. Two of Cups in the reverse. Right, okay, so... Right, so I think this person's getting into alignment, and what I'm going to say is they're starting to come out of hermit mode, and they're giving themselves a little bit of an opportunity at life. That's then going to activate the Wheel of Fortune. So the Wheel of Fortune for me talks about either the energy around us or the way we're thinking about things, okay? It could be a little bit of both. I think that they're going to start getting into this more positive mindset about things, and that's going to start unlocking some new opportunities for them. Two of Cups in the reverse, Cups, Water, Emotions. Upright position, this is my favourite card, as we've mentioned. Reverse position again, fallout, friction, separation. Overall outcome card. Page of Swords in the reverse. Swords are where we think words we use. Page is more youthful energy. So this page in the upright position can be blue sky thinking outside the box, being more creative and playful, not doing that. Other way, Peter Pan type character, doesn't want to grow up, doesn't want to commit, etc., etc. It's in the reverse position. Hold fire on that one, I might get a clarifier. Obstacles or blockages. Three of Wands. Wands fire action, going in a new direction, turning your back on the past, taking your first steps out into the great unknown, removing any blockages. Eight of Cups in the reverse. Okay, so yeah, holding on to something. You've been advised to hold on to this. So yeah, I think unfortunately you're the problem. Okay, I think that you're holding on to something from the past, which is stopping you from fully committing to this person. And they're starting to kind of, you know, get sick of it. to be honest with you. They want you to fully commit to them. But you're stuck in this karmic loop. I think with the Knight of Swords there and the Page of Swords in the reverse, I think that they're starting to see you as a Page of Swords. They're starting to go, this person's not really committing. They're not giving, they're not giving themselves over to me. So I think they're going to say something to you, like either sort your shit out, let the past go, or I'm done, right? So let's go on to the divination row. So this is based over the next 6 months. Tend to find it goes chronological outcome card 6 months from now. So back to you for the final time. Let's have a look. Oops, dropping one. Right, 5 of Wands in the reverse, 10 of Wands in the reverse. World card. Right, so I think this is you release in the past. It's going to be a little bit tricky. So 5 of Wands in the reverse. So upright position, this is the fight or fallout card. Can talk about frustration. I feel like this is you going, right, I need to drop the frustration around whatever it was that happened in the past. 10 of Wands in the reverse. Okay, so there's one or two ways I can go with this. So upright position, this is a release card, so you're the chap there carrying the Bale of Wands back to that village. When he gets back there, he's going to drop it like a sack of shit and say, I'm not doing this anymore, and done him out. Reverse position, this is kind of holding on to something normally that needs letting go of. So it's either that you're just having a bit of trouble releasing it, you know that you need to, or this is you holding on to this connection because you've been advised not to walk away. World card, last of the major arcanas, it means big cycle completes. So as tens are ongoing cycles, the world's the end of a big one. Okay, so I feel like this is you kind of resisting, giving into the resistance that you need to start closing down this cycle now. You're supposed to be going on to a bigger, better chapter. Let's continue. 8 of Swords. 4 of Wands in the reverse. What's gone off here? Right, swords there where we think words were used. So you're the lady there, bound and blindfolded. Just about notice, can't see her arms. Can't see her arms because they're behind her back. Behind her back, she's holding onto a rope. She's holding onto a rope because she wants to take the blindfold off. Self-imposed restriction, burying her head in the sand. 4 of Wands in the reverse. Upright position, we call this the 11-11 card. Make a wish. It's quite a complex card. It can talk about engagement, marriage, happy home, happy community, celebration. Love-based readings, it's white picket fence, happy ever after. Okay, tangible goals and dreams we can work our way towards. Hold fire on that one. Overall outcome card. 4 of Swords in the reverse. I'm going to go for avoiding the issue at hand. Obstacles or blockages. 8 of Cups in the reverse. Okay. That might change the dynamic again. Hold fire. Removing any blockages. Page of Swords in the reverse, sticking to the tried, tested and true. Or rejecting a page's offer. Okay, maybe they're the Page of Swords. Right, so let's go on to them and let's see if we can unpick this. I might need some clarifiers. Right. 2 of Swords in the reverse. 4 of Swords. 5 of Cups. Right, okay, I think I've got it right. So 2 of Swords in the reverse. So again, lady there, cross swords, decisions, left path, right path, stick or twist. Taking the blindfold off to the situation. Okay, 4 of Swords for them in the upright. So periods of rest or being a bit mentally horizontal. Hold fire. 5 of Cups, figure there, normally in black, reverse deck, mourning or grieving the 3 cups that have fallen over, not seeing the 2 behind, so kind of stuck in a bit of grieving mode. Queen of Swords in the reverse. King of Swords. Right, so we've got the King and the Queen of Swords, so masculine and feminine energies. Queen of Swords in the reverse position, putting herself down, negative self-talk in her head. King of Swords is how I describe my reading style, blunt, direct to the point here to say what you need to hear, not what you want here. It feels a little bit like that might be the masculine and feminine energies within them. Okay, overall outcome card. Star card. Hopes, dreams, aspirations, wishing on a bigger star. Obstacles or blockages. Ace of Wands. Wands fire action. Ace is bringing in new energy, not starting something new. So this is about going, right, long term. What do I want? Where am I going? Okay. removing any blockages. This one's really difficult to read. Seven of Cups. Your Seven of Cups is waiting for you. Right, so... Right, let's get a clarifier for some over here. Clarify for the Five of Wands. Knight of Cups not coming forwards. Knight of Cups in the reverse. Yeah, what it feels like is that I think that you're not going to be able to let the past go. Okay. Eight of Pentacles in the reverse position. Frustration. Yeah, I think that you're not going to be able to let the past go. Okay, you're going to want to, but you're not going to do it. Okay, you're going to get stuck in this old cycle. And the World card, I think that that's you kind of going, look, I'm really sorry, I don't think this is going to work between us. But you're blindfolding yourself to the situation. They're going to go into this kind of grieving process. You're going to be burying your head in the sand. They're going to go into the Queen of Swords. Yeah, I don't think that. Right, so yeah, you're going to have trouble releasing this, right? Okay, and I think that you're going to potentially say to this person, I just don't know if this is going to work, which is going to put them in the Five of Cups. They're then going to be getting the head, negative self-talk, etc., etc., and you're going to blindfold yourself to the situation, kind of almost stubbornly going, no, I've made the right choice here. And then it's going to dawn on you that this person is your Four of Wands and you're going to lose it. So I think that you're then going to step into the King of Swords energy, because like I say, I think that you're the masculine energy in this dynamic. Get your head in gear, changing the mindset, coming out of that mentally horizontal position, and then that gets things back on track. So I don't think that you're necessarily going to be separating. It might go a little bit no contact, but I think that space between you will make you realise that you're going to completely blow this. You're going to completely blow this unless you make a shift and a change. This all comes down to you having trouble releasing something that happened from the past, a previous relationship and connection. It's got an air of somebody who's done you dirty, and you because I'm quite happy to admit I'm paranoid. I don't trust people. It's because of the way I've been treated, and it can have an effect on relationships, and it's got a feel of that to it. That potentially you've that paranoia is taking control of the situation, that fear that this person's going to do you dirty, so you're not fully committing to them. And I think they're your person. We've got the King and the Queen of Swords there. The only reason why the Queen of Swords is in the reverse is because you've kind of gone, I don't know if this is... it's like you're being tested. It's like you're being tested with situations and you're not being brave enough. Because I think that if you just kind of accepted this person for who they are, this would be a very strong connection. But I think that the past is still haunting you, and it's time to release that and let it go. I know it's hard. I struggle with it. Not gonna lie. But yeah, you're supposed to be releasing it. So there you go. If you want to pick your situation, like I say, you can get your own fully loaded same-day guaranteed love reading. Hop down to the video description, Beacon's AI link, or you can book phone and video chat with me from £20 if you want something a bit more interactive. So there you go. I'm going to wish you all the best of luck and say ta-ta for now.